Hello, I'm Eric Wheat, and I'm a certified sommelier with the Court of Master Sommeliers, a French wine scholar at the Wine Scholar Guild, and a certified whiskey ambassador. I want to thank you very much for joining me for another whiskey study. In this video, I'm going to be studying the Nikka Whisky from the Barrel, Japanese whiskey. But before we get into this, here are my notes on this whiskey. Nikka from the Barrel was first introduced into Japan in 1986. It is a Japanese blended whiskey bringing together a very complex mix of more than 100 different batches of malt whiskey and grain whiskey produced at Nikka's Yoichi and Miyagiko distilleries and aged in multiple types of casks, including ex-bourbon barrels and puncheons, ex-sherry butts, and refilled, recharred, and remade hogsheads. While non-age statement in nature, the blend undergoes 3 to 6 months of additional aging at Nikka's aging cellar to marry the flavors. The whiskey is bottled at 51.4% alcohol by volume. Alrighty, let's get into this. It is sort of a golden copper in color on the nose. Sort of a medium intense aroma. So even though it's 51.4% alcohol by volume, which is very high, you would expect maybe a big punch in the face, but it's actually quite gentle and delicate on the nose. Don't get a lot of tingling. I got medium intense aromas of baked apples with cinnamon, peaches, and a lot of caramels. Just a hint of smoke, but not a peaty smoke. It's more like a charred oak. Vanilla, cinnamon, baking spices, a hint of clove. There's also some citrus, maybe almost like an orange that you've put the little cloves into, as people often do at Christmas time. It has a very Christmassy smell to it, although maybe it's influenced by the season that we're in, but really, really, really beautiful. On the palate, wow. One more? When I think of Japanese whiskeys, the character of Japanese whiskeys, not all, but of the best, I think of a whiskey with precision, with a lot of finesse, that tends to be delicate, layered in flavor, a lot of evolution, a sense of precision that really reflects I think Japanese architecture and Japanese gardening, and it's unbelievably complex. One of the fun things about this whiskey is it's called Nikka from the Barrel, and yet, as you saw from the notes, a multitude of barrels were used. So it's more like an infinity bottle, and yet put together with true craftsmanship. It's not a haphazard collection of whiskeys. On the palate, the nose is confirmed. I get sort of like a caramelized apples with cinnamon, peach cobbler, pear, canned pears, caramels, baking spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, clove. There's also a little bit of citrus. It's almost like an orange that you then put cloves into. Texturally, it is silky smooth. It doesn't have a major bite. Sure, you get just a little bit of tingle from the alcohol being 51.4%, but it is silky smooth across the palate and has a real long finish. It doesn't have a major arc in the flavors. It's more like just a steady stream of flavors from beginning to end. And yet it has layers and depths of complexity through the transition. Of all the Japanese whiskeys that I have reviewed, this is, without a doubt, the best. I'm gonna give this a solid 94 points. This is a spectacular whiskey, and at times it can be difficult to get because it also happens to be the winter 2018 Whisky Advocate's #1 whiskey of the year. If you can, I highly recommend picking up a bottle. When a whiskey gets that sort of notoriety in the press, sometimes the prices can spike, or sometimes they just become completely unavailable. I bought this one for $90 US. I've heard others get it for as low as $70, but still under $100. I think it's definitely a must buy. All right, if you subscribe to this channel, I want to thank you very much. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you would. And until next time, cheers. Hey, if you like my review, be sure to check out these other whiskey videos.